Okay, in this video, what I'm going to show you is how to open a new blank document to set a canvas in case you don't want to start from an image already. If you want to design a graphic from scratch, you would need to open your own file. So what that means is we're going to go to File, New, and the New File box will pop up. So you can actually name your file right from the start. I'm just going to call it practice 1. And then the preset, again, just are some basic ones that Photoshop has already in here. So like the US paper would be 8.5 by 11. For web, it's in pixels, and again at that 72 ppi. Typically what it starts off as is custom and then allows you to change what you need to. So what I actually want to do here is I'm just going to quick cancel that and go back to the default one because it's just easier. So again, I'm going to call it practice 1. And then you can set the width and height. So a lot of times when I am giving you instructions for your assignments, I will tell you what size to put it at. So let's do a width of, we'll do 7 inches by 7 inches. We'll make it a perfect square. Okay. If for some reason it doesn't say inches here, again, it's just a drop down menu with those same types of measurements, pixels, picas, points, all those things. We usually work with inches. So 7 inches by 7 inches. And then again, we always want our resolution to be at 300. In terms of the color mode, it should all be defaulted to RGB. RGB stands for red, green, and blue. So that's all that means. And then if this is one that you use all the time, again, you could save it as a preset, just like you could with your crop tool. But this isn't one for us, so I'm just going to leave it, and all we do is we click OK. So what happens here is you get your blank canvas over here, and I just want to double click my hand tool to make it fit on my screen. You can see that it's 7 by 7 by looking at your rulers. And of course, if you wanted to check the image size, you could go to image size, and you'll see it's 7 by 7 at 300. The other thing that I wanted to point out, and I haven't talked about it quite yet, is our layers. So I'm actually going to just double click on my swatches and double click on these different types of adjustments to close them up so that our layers panel is visible up here. So one of the incredible features about Photoshop is your ability to work with certain layers. When we typically look at an image, it looks flat to us. It's a 2D image, it's not 3D. So 2D, although what we don't always see is that if that image was made in Photoshop, there's always the potential that there were multiple layers that created that image. And so when you're in Photoshop, you have the ability to work on separate layers, and we're going to spend a lot of time working on layers as we progress through these different units, I guess I should say. But for now, I just wanted to show you that we have our little thumbnail here. We've got our background, and you can see this little icon means that it's locked. And we'll talk more about that as we go. But that's how you open a new blank document and get ready to work with a few of our other tools.